Hey everyone, welcome to Comic Yahud, your place for classic comic stories. Today's episode, Tintin and the Broken Ear, Chapter 3. Let's dive in. With swift precision, Tintin pores over a directory, uncovering a crucial lead connecting MW691 to an engineer named Alonso Perez in Freshfield. Energized by the proximity of their destination, he urges Snowy on with a decisive declaration to head there immediately. As night falls, the silhouette of a house looms against the darkening sky, its single illuminated window casting an eerie glow. The sign reads, Sunny Bank, marking their arrival at the mysterious location tied to Alonso Perez. Inside the dimly lit room, Ramon throws a knife at a target, missing the bullseye with a loud thud, while Alonso sits at the table, concentrating on his cards. The missed throw seems to heighten the tension between them, adding to the simmering frustration. Ramon voices his irritation, muttering about his aim being off to the right once more. His frustration is palpable as he mutters under his breath, crossing his arms in annoyance. A parrot's laughter fills the room, mocking Ramon with a chorus of "Ah caramba" and "whoopee." His anger flares, and he brandishes another knife, shouting at the bird to silence its taunts. Alonso sits at the table, shuffling cards with a calculating expression, offering advice to aim more to the left for a perfect shot. His words hang in the air, charged with the tension of the moment. Ramon, holding a knife with a sly grin, considers Alonso's suggestion and decides to give it a try. His demeanor is a mix of defiance and curiosity as he nods in agreement. The parrot interrupts, screeching insults that echo across the room, causing Ramon to snap and shout for silence. His frustration mounts as the bird continues its relentless taunting. In a fit of anger, Ramon throws a knife towards the parrot, his face contorted with rage as the bird continues its mocking cries. His frustration is palpable as he yells, trying to silence the relentless creature. Alonso, caught off guard by the commotion, rushes towards Ramon, knocking over a table in the process. Cards scatter across the floor as Alonso demands to know what Ramon is doing, his voice filled with disbelief. The parrot, unscathed and perched confidently, mocks Ramon once more, noting his missed attempt with a cheeky remark. The knife lies harmlessly on the ground, adding insult to Ramon's failed attack. A knife suddenly whizzes through the air, embedding itself into the wooden frame with a sharp thud, narrowly missing a figure outside the window. The tension is palpable as danger looms just inches away. Inside, Alonso, visibly agitated, scolds Ramon for the reckless act, emphasizing the importance of the parrot and its connection to something valuable. Ramon stands defiantly, his frustration barely contained, as the words echo between them. Ramon, consumed by rage, dismisses the concern for the fetish, his temper boiling over as he vows to deal with the mocking parrot. Alonso, trying to defuse the situation, urges Ramon to calm down, his voice a contrast to the heated emotions. A parrot perches confidently, echoing the chaos with cries of "caramba" and mocking laughter, intensifying Ramon's fury. The room vibrates with the bird's taunts, its words cutting through the tension like a sharp blade. Ramon, driven beyond reason, springs towards the parrot with a shout of "caramba" as his frustration takes control. The sudden movement sends a jolt through the air, the sound of his voice matching his volatile expression. Alonso, standing firm, draws a pistol and threatens Ramon, warning him not to harm the parrot. The gesture leaves no room for doubt, as the parrot watches intently, its eyes wide with surprise. Suddenly, the parrot bites Alonso's finger, causing him to yelp in pain and lose his grip. The unexpected attack momentarily distracts him, his face contorted with surprise and discomfort. Ramon seizes the moment, urging Alonso to shoot as he steadies his aim at the parrot. The parrot remains perched, unfazed, its feathers bristling defiantly. As the parrot squawks dramatically, accusing Rodrigo Tortilla of its demise, both men exchange confused glances. Their bewilderment grows, leaving them frozen in the face of the bird's strange declaration. Ramon and Alonso exchange incredulous glances, their eyes widening as they echo the parrot's accusation, realizing the gravity of Rodrigo Tortilla's actions. The name hangs between them like a ghost from the past, bringing a shared understanding of betrayal. Alonso's face contorts with anger as he reveals how Rodrigo deceived everyone by posing as a doctor to steal a valuable fetish. Determined to confront him, he vows to arrange a meeting, confident in his plan to catch Rodrigo off guard. With a steely resolve, Alonso picks up the phone, dialing Hotel Liberty to reach Rodrigo. Ramon stands by his side, listening intently as Alonso calmly requests to speak with Mr. Tortilla, setting the stage for their confrontation. The hotel clerk regretfully informs Alonso that Mr. Tortilla has already departed for South America aboard the Ville de Lion, having left from Le Havre at midday. Alonso's expression tightens, realizing their pursuit may have just become more complicated. Tintin, hiding in the shadows outside of the room window, overhears the conversation and whispers to himself that he now has all the information he needs. His determination is evident as he swiftly moves away, ready to take the next step in this unfolding chase. Back at their hideout, Ramon vents his frustration to Alonso, lamenting that Tortilla is now sailing away unchallenged. Alonso, sitting in resigned silence, inwardly curses the delay that allowed their target to escape. Alonso, exasperated with the radio's constant updates, questions Ramon if they must keep listening to it. Ramon, looking equally annoyed, seems to be weighing the importance of the news against the noise. Suddenly, the radio announces a strike at the French port, delaying several ships, including the Ville de Lion, bound for South America. This unexpected turn of events offers a glimmer of hope for Ramon and Alonso, as the delay might allow them another chance to intercept their target. With renewed energy, Alonso excitedly tells Ramon that all is not lost and they still have time to reach the port. Their spirits lifted, both men quickly formulate a plan to seize this unexpected opportunity. As passengers bustle across the tarmac towards a waiting plane, Alonzo and Ramon, dressed in their distinctive coats, hurry towards their flight with a sense of urgency. The vibrant yellow aircraft stands ready to transport them towards their next destination, determined to seize the opportunity they have been presented. On board, Alonzo grins mischievously, whispering to Ramon that their adventure is only just beginning, calling him Señor Tortilla in jest. Ramon's eyes twinkle with excitement, mirroring the thrill of their shared mission as they settle into their seats. Days later, on a ship's deck, they lean over the railing, scanning the waves for any signs of their elusive target. Frustration grows as they exchange words, acknowledging that despite their efforts, the person they seek remains frustratingly out of reach. Ramon and Alonzo lean in close, speculating whether their target is hiding in a cabin or never boarded the ship. Suddenly, Alonzo hushes Ramon as someone approaches, heightening their anticipation. The two men discreetly watch as a figure in a distinctive coat and hat walks past them, engrossed in a newspaper. Ramon quietly questions if Alonzo saw what he did, their curiosity piqued. As the figure turns a corner, Ramon ponders aloud if the person could be Tintin, their voices tinged with hope and uncertainty. They exchange a glance, unsure but eager to confirm their suspicion. Ramon and Alonzo debate whether the person they saw could truly be Tintin, expressing disbelief and questioning how he could possibly know their plans. Their voices carry a mix of skepticism and concern as they try to piece together the possibilities. As they walk along the ship's deck, Ramon raises a finger to his lips, urging Alonzo to be quiet. They both look around cautiously, aware that any slip of information could be disastrous. Their attention shifts to an old man with a long beard passing by, and Alonzo wonders aloud if he might be Tintin. The sea breeze carries their whispered speculation, mingling with the sound of waves against the ship's hull. Amidst the hustle and bustle of the ship's deck, Alonzo and Ramon express their growing frustration at seeing people resembling Tintin everywhere. Their voices carry a mix of disbelief and concern as they debate the significance of these sightings, wondering what it truly means. Ramon insists that he recognizes one particular individual, claiming that this person sat behind them on the airplane and has been following them. His voice rises with a mix of conviction and urgency as he declares that this must be Tintin himself, leaving Alonzo deep in thought. Determined to act, Alonzo concludes that there's only one solution: they must deal with Tintin. Ramon nods in agreement, plotting to handle the situation discreetly after dinner, his words laced with a chilling resolve. As the evening descends, a mysterious figure cloaked in a patterned coat and red scarf walks along the deck, the glow of a cigar illuminating his face in the dim light. The shadows cast by the ship's structure only deepen the secrets hidden in his stride. Nearby, two shadowy figures whisper conspiratorially, one instructing the other to aim carefully with a concealed weapon. Their hushed voices betray a sinister plot, adding to the tension of the night. As the mysterious man bids goodnight to passing guests, his wig is suddenly knocked off by a gust of wind, revealing his identity in a comical mishap. The couple responds with a casual goodnight, unaware of the drama lurking beneath the surface. From the shadows, two men hissed about the man in disguise. "Don't miss," one murmured, eyes alight with mischief as the figure approached. Suddenly, a shout pierces the air as a man cries out for help, his voice trembling with terror. The call for murder echoes, sending ripples of alarm among the onlookers. A figure silhouetted against the ocean yells for someone to stop the fleeing culprits, his voice carrying urgency across the deck. The chase unfolds with a sense of chaos, as footsteps pound and hearts race. A terrified man shouts for help, claiming there's been a murder, while a knife sticks his red scarf to the wall. His cries echo across the deck. Inside, Ramon in a brown suit expresses frustration at narrowly missing his target, blaming his companion's poor instructions. Tension mounts as he realizes the mistake was almost costly. His companion Alonzo, holding a bottle and glass, reassures him with a dry remark, pointing out that it's fortunate they missed, as the man outside wasn't Tintin. Ramon sits on the bed, frustrated and convinced that he recognizes Tintin, but doubts arise due to the voice. Alonzo, washing up at the sink, reminds him about their other target, the little old man, keeping the focus on their mission. The following morning, Ramon stands confidently in the doorway, dressed sharply and ready to proceed with their plans. He confirms with determination that it's time to deal with the little old man. Ramon hesitantly follows the little old man, who walks steadily with the support of a cane, his presence mysterious and enigmatic. The encounter suggests a deeper involvement, as Ramon eyes him cautiously. Alonzo and Ramon exchange sharp glances, deciding to follow the mysterious old man who seems to be spying on them. Their whispered conversation reveals their suspicion and determination to uncover his intentions. Ramon discreetly tails the old man, who walks with a steady gait despite his cane, clutching a colorful blanket tightly. The passage is quiet, save for the soft tap of the cane and Ramon's careful footsteps as he keeps a watchful eye on the man's every move. The old man settles into a deck chair, wrapping himself in the blanket and seemingly dozing off under the sun. Ramon, still hidden, watches intently, pondering what secrets this unassuming figure might hold. Alonzo grips Ramon's arm firmly, cautioning him against acting rashly, suggesting a more strategic approach instead. They exchange a brief, tense glance, agreeing to follow a new plan. Together, they climb the stairs of the ship with deliberate steps, their eyes scanning the deck for any sign of their target. The ship's hum fills the air as they reach the top. From their vantage point, Alonzo suggests that if the old man below is Tintin, he must be disguising himself with a false beard. They watch as the figure continues to nap, seemingly oblivious to their scrutiny. The old man continues to nap peacefully in his deck chair, unaware of the noose hanging precariously above him. His calm slumber seems undisturbed, even as the situation grows tense. Above, two men lean over the railing, meticulously guiding the rope with hushed instructions. Their voices are urgent as they try to position it perfectly over the unsuspecting figure below. Suddenly, the rope jerks, pulling the old man beard, startling the old man awake as he jolts upright in shock. His glasses fly off as he flails in surprise, the comfort of his nap shattered. The old man dangles precariously from the rope, his flailing limbs and scattered stars illustrating his confusion and fright. Above, two men peer down, realizing with exasperation that they have caught the wrong person, as one exclaims, "No, it isn't Tintin." As the rope slips from their grasp, it snakes wildly, leaving the old man to plummet toward the deck. A hat flies off in a cloud of dust, marking the chaos of the moment. The old man crashes into a deck chair, which collapses under the impact, sending wooden pieces flying in all directions. He lies amidst the wreckage, a comical yet pitiful figure tangled in the remains of his repose. Two men sit at a table, clinking glasses and discussing their plans now that Tintin is no longer a concern. They seem confident and focused on finding Tortilla, with an air of shared accomplishment. A steward approaches, and one of the men invites him to join them for a drink, gesturing warmly. Their camaraderie is palpable as they welcome him into their circle, eager to share in their celebration. The steward, appreciative of the invitation, acknowledges their early start and remarks on another passenger who remains hidden away. Intrigued, the men inquire about the mysterious cabin occupant, wondering if he's unwell. The steward, skeptical about the mysterious passenger, shares that he hasn't left his cabin since boarding and takes all his meals there. With a toast of cheers, the group acknowledges this curious detail, pondering over the elusive figure's behavior. As the steward takes a sip, one of the men leans in, discussing the passenger in cabin 17 with growing curiosity. The conversation turns more secretive as the group huddles closer, eager to exchange thoughts on the enigmatic guest. In a surprising twist, the steward reveals in hushed tones that the passenger is neither man nor woman, but humorously, an omelette, leaving the men baffled and questioning his sanity. Their confusion is evident as they exchange bewildered glances, unsure whether to laugh or probe further. The steward, still amused, shares the punchline with a hearty laugh, enjoying the camaraderie with the two men at the table. Their laughter echoes around the room as they appreciate the humor in the situation, a brief respite from their earlier bafflement. The steward, realizing he may be overstaying his welcome, jokes about needing to leave before getting into trouble with the captain. The men chuckle and assure him he's quite the character, finding his antics amusing. As he strolled away, the steward repeated his joke, chuckling to himself, utterly unaware that the ship's captain stood right in his path. Alonzo and Ramon celebrate their success, gloating over the fool who inadvertently helped them find Tortilla. They exchange a triumphant glance, knowing the coveted fetish is finally within their grasp. Later that night, their shadows creep stealthily through the dimly lit corridor, their movements silent and deliberate. With the set of keys in hand, they head toward room 18, their eyes alert for any sign of trouble. Pausing at room 17, they press their ears to the door, ensuring no one is inside to thwart their plans. Confident in their secrecy, they prepare to make their next move, hearts pounding with the thrill of their mission. The door to room 17 creaks open as a shadowy figure slips inside, ensuring their entrance goes unnoticed. Inside, a gloved hand clutches a club, the glint of the club catching the dim light ominously. A sudden splash broke the rhythm of the waves, but the great ship steamed on, oblivious. No one on deck saw the figure hurled into the dark water, swallowed quickly by the sea. Thanks for watching Comic Yahud. Like, subscribe, and catch you in the next chapter.